He was 26 years old, quiet, soft-spoken, a son, a friend. Sam Nordquist lived most of his life in Minnesota. But when he moved to New York in search of acceptance and community, he found something else entirely. A group that didn't embrace him. They destroyed him. Sam was a transgender man who had only recently come out publicly. He was working through trauma, mental health struggles, and navigating a world that often fails people like him. He was known for his kindness and his trust in others, a trait that may have made him a target, according to friends. Sam had become involved with a small group of people through online communities that positioned themselves as supportive, a safe space for LGBTQ+ individuals. But behind the facade was something far more sinister. In late March 2025, Sam was invited to stay at a home in Rochester, New York. This home belonged to Cassandra Sweet and her partner, James Ryan, both of whom had prior run-ins with law enforcement for domestic disturbances and drug charges. Neighbors reported strange behavior, yelling at night, people coming and going at odd hours, and sound that could only be described as violent. What was happening inside that house was a living nightmare. Prosecutors alleged that Sam was subjected to prolonged abuse over several days. He was bound, tortured, psychologically manipulated, and filmed, not for ransom or blackmail, but for sadistic amusement. Authorities say he was isolated, denied medical care, and forced to participate in degrading acts while his captors laughed. Disturbingly, at least one minor was allegedly involved in the abuse, raising even more questions about how deep the psychological control within this group went. On April 3rd, 2025, police responded to a 911 call reporting an unresponsive person at the home. Sam was found with extensive injuries, too many to count. He was declared dead at the scene. Initial reports indicated blunt force trauma and signs of torture. The medical examiner confirmed the injuries were consistent with prolonged abuse. The most chilling detail? Sam's death wasn't the result of a single moment of violence. It was the end of days, possibly weeks, of sustained torture. Cassandra Sweet, James Ryan, and two others were arrested and charged with second-degree murder, unlawful imprisonment, and conspiracy. The involvement of a minor has added complexity, as the state debates whether to charge them as a juvenile or adult. Prosecutors have not ruled out hate crime charges, citing Sam's identity and the nature of the abuse as potentially motivated by bias. LGBTQ+ organizations across the country are demanding justice, not only for Sam, but for all trans individuals who continue to face disproportionate violence. Sam's death is not just a crime story. It's a reflection of how society treats its most vulnerable. It challenges us to look at systemic failures in mental health, online radicalization, and how easily cruelty can masquerade as community. If this was a hate crime, it needs to be named. If this was a failure of the system, it needs to be fixed. But most of all, Sam Nordquist needs to be remembered. What do you think? Was this a crime of hate? A symptom of a deeper cultural sickness? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dive true crime content like this, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell. This is Unseen, where we bring you the darkness, not to scare you, but to understand it.